Selecting the right fish is important for your health because some fish are high in nutrients and others are high in toxins that are bad for you. Heavy metals and plastics from many sources have ended up in fish, which can be harmful in ways like mercury poisoning. A study from the Environmental Working Group in 2023 found very high amounts of PFAS, or forever chemicals, in river fish. Eating these fish was the same as being in contaminated water for a month. Overfishing also puts some species and ocean environments at risk. At the same time, there are still fish choices that are safe, sustainable, and low in contaminants. This video will show you which fish to stay away from and offer healthier, more eco-friendly alternatives. This way, you can get the health benefits of fish without the bad effects. Tilapia. According to a study published in 2008 in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association, eating tilapia might not be as healthy as eating bacon. This is because diets high in farmed fish, like tilapia, could make inflammation worse. Wake Forest University School of Medicine. Researchers say that tilapia, one of the most famous fish in the United States, has very low levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for you, and very high levels of omega-6 fatty acids, which are bad for you and cause inflammation. Inflammation that doesn't go away can make autoimmune diseases worse and is linked to long-term illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. If you want to eat tilapia, you should stay away from sources from China because of the way they grow it. Tilapia from the United States, Canada, the Netherlands, Ecuador, and Peru are better choices. Tilapia caught in the wild is the best kind, but it is very hard to find. Eels. The Monterey Bay Aquarium's Seafood Watch says that eels should not be eaten, especially in sushi, because they take a long time to mature and are heavily fished around the world. Too much fishing has wiped out many eel species, and now even American eels are in danger of going extinct. Eels are very important for the health of water ecosystems because they help mussels, which naturally clean water like in the Delaware River, spread. But eels build up dangerous chemicals like PCBs and flame retardants, which makes them a health risk. For diabetics, these pollutants are especially scary because they can mess up the way insulin works and glucose is used, which can make diabetes problems worse. To protect your health, it's best to limit your eel eating, especially in places like New Jersey, where there is a lot of contamination. Salmon. Salmon is a popular food in the United States, but the type that people eat the most is also the least healthy. Most of the Atlantic salmon you can buy in stores is actually farmed and kept in places that are full of pesticides, feces, bacteria, and parasites. Also, studies show that farmed salmon is more likely to contain PCBs and other harmful chemicals that are linked to major health problems like insulin resistance, obesity, cancer, and stroke. Salmon raised on farms is often given drugs and has more omega-6 fatty acids, which cause inflammation. Avoid Atlantic salmon if you want to eat something healthy. Instead, choose wild-caught Alaskan salmon. Catfish. Basa, swai, tra, or striped catfish, which are often just called catfish in the U.S., are cheaper versions of pangasius or swai fish, but they may not be good for your health. As much as 80% of these fish were found to be infected with Vibrio bacteria in 2016, which are known to kill shellfish. When these fish are farmed, they are raised in polluted conditions and are often given antibiotics and drugs to help them stay healthy. For people with diabetes, these chemicals can mess up how their bodies use glucose and cause more inflammation, which makes managing their disease harder. If these fish are on the menu, it could mean that the restaurant doesn't care about seafood safety or ecology. This makes them choices to avoid, especially for people with health problems like diabetes. Shrimp. When it comes to shrimp's health benefits, especially the raised kind that makes up about 90% of shrimp eaten, the cons are much greater than the pros. Italian scientists found in 2009 that 4-hexyl-resorcinol, an additive used to keep shrimp from turning color, has been linked to fewer sperm in men and a higher chance of breast cancer in women. Also, most of the herbicides used in shrimp farming around the world are illegal in the U.S. However, harmful chemicals like malachite green, rotenone, and organotin compounds are still found in shrimp ponds, which is very bad for their health. These toxins and pesticides can make diabetes worse for people who already have it. Toxins may affect how well insulin works and the health of the metabolism as a whole, which makes it harder to control blood sugar levels. The Associated Press also found evidence of a network of forced labor in Thailand's shrimp peeling business, which raised ethical concerns. Monterey Bay's Seafood Watch says that people who want to eat shrimp should choose shrimp that is grown in the U.S. or caught in Alaska to avoid health and moral problems. Swordfish. Swordfish should be avoided because it contains a lot of mercury. Because swordfish are big, dangerous predators, they naturally store mercury, which is very bad for your health. The Environmental Defense Fund says that women and children should not eat swordfish, and that men should not eat more than one piece of swordfish a month to lower their mercury exposure risks. It's even more important for people with diabetes. Mercury has been linked to increasing inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which can make diabetes worse by making it harder to control blood sugar and hurting heart health. Because of this, people with diabetes must limit or stop eating high-mercury seafood like swordfish. This will help them better manage their health and lower their chance of complications. Let's explore healthy fish options for diabetic people. Picking the right fish is important for your health and the environment. Look for fish that are high in omega-3 fatty acids and low in contaminants. Alaskan wild salmon is one of the healthiest options because it contains heart, healthy fats, protein, B vitamins, potassium, and selenium. Pacific sardines are another good choice because they are high in vitamin B12, D, calcium, and selenium and have few contaminants. Finally, Atlantic mackerel is another good choice because it contains omega-3 fatty acids, protein, niacin, selenium, and vitamin B12. However, it's best to soak and rinse it before eating because it has a lot of sodium. Also, trawl or pole-caught albacore tuna and sablefish black cod from the U.S. or British Columbia, as well as Alaska and the Canadian Pacific, have a good balance of omega-3s and are considered good choices by Seafood Watch, even though they have moderate mercury levels. As we look into what foods people with diabetes should eat, we've found that fish should be avoided because it has high amounts of contaminants like PCBs and mercury, which can make diabetes problems worse. These include tilapia, eels, farmed salmon, some types of catfish, and foreign farmed shrimp. All of these are linked to higher health risks. Instead, we talked about wild-caught Alaskan salmon, Pacific sardines, and Atlantic mackerel, which are healthier and better for the environment. These fish are high in omega-3 fatty acids and have a lot of health benefits without high amounts of contaminants. Making smart decisions about seafood is important for managing diabetes well, promoting health in general, and protecting the environment. Thanks for watching this video on how to choose the healthiest fish. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and review. If you love snacks but have been careful because you have diabetes, we have something for you. Watch our video on the top 10 snacks for diabetes. The link is in the description box.